All right, welcome Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve, and tonight we starting the second round. That's right, we got through the first round with the 64 bottles, and now the field has been dwindled to 32. Woohoo! So yeah, tonight will be the first matchup in the round of 32. So tonight's winner will be going on to the Sweet 16. Oh yeah. All right. Well, as always, stay hydrated, my friends. So tonight, what we have is a couple of MGP products going head to head. First off, we have Nulu. Haha, Nulu. Going up against MGP's own brand, Remus, king of the bootleggers. Alright, so before we get into the whiskeys, just want to say, as always, don't pay attention to what glass is behind what bottle because it's irrelevant. I don't have a clue. These have been, as I've mentioned, mixed up using a very highly sophisticated, dangerous, proprietary method approved by NASA. Nah, that's a bunch of bullshit, but nonetheless, I don't know what's what. But again, it does not matter what glass behind what bottle because I don't have a clue. But let's get into a little bit of the particulars before we taste them here. This is a Nulu straight bourbon whiskey, non-chilled filter. It's a Tennessee exclusive, 116 proof, batch TN3. This is a very small batch, 4 to 6 year MGP bourbon. Blended to give consistent flavors in each batch. Our goal is to offer a non-chill filtered bourbon that gives unique tasty notes and a balanced finish. Heck yeah. Alright. And then the Remus, king of bootleggers, straight bourbon whiskey, 124.4 proof, cask strength. It is a single barrel. Remus created one of the most intricate successful bootlegging operations of Prohibition, with each single barrel holding its unique flavor secrets. Remus bourbon captures the rebellious flavors of the Prohibition era, perfect for the speakeasy or liquor cabinet. Heck yeah. Alright, this should be good. Alright, let's get into it. Yeah, right off the rip, I do get that rye spice. Definitely get the proof. Some oak, caramel, vanilla, more rye spice. Alright, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Ooh. Yeah, definitely get that rye. Some mint, pine, and then vanilla, caramel, but black pepper, baking spices. Stay hydrated, my friends. Alright, let's take a second sip. This could be really tough because, I mean, these are both MGP products, so they should be fairly similar. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, tons of that rye spice, mint, pine, and then do get some black pepper, vanilla, caramel. All right, cleanse the palate and see what number 2 has to offer. Very similar notes. This one comes off maybe still a lot of that rye spice, but cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, that one, I mean, you get the rye, but then you get more of that caramel, vanilla, honey. That's quite good. I mean, they're both good. Let's take a second sip. Still get that rye, but I get more sweetness with this honey and vanilla and caramel. Good proof, nice hug, long finish. These are going to be close. Very close. Cleanse the palate and go back through them. I've got a feeling of which way I'm leaning right now, but we'll go back through them the other way just to make sure. Yeah, I think the nose is sweeter on this. My opinion, a tad better, but they're very close. And of course, let's go to the palate. Yeah, I mean, right up front, you get that rye spice, black pepper, but honey, vanilla, caramel, a little bit of toffee. We get quite a bit of honey on that. Very sweet, very good. Along with that initial, rye spice. All right, let's go to the second one. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah. That one is heavier on the rye, black pepper. And then I don't get that sweetness of honey. I get more like cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla. Pretty damn close. Alright, I'm going with the second one as the winner. So we'll see which of these moves on and which is going home. Alright, are you ready for the results? Before I reveal the results, go ahead, feel free to leave a comment what your experience has been with these products, which one you think is going to win or whatever, and we'll see. We'll reveal real closely real soon who the winner is. But go ahead, if you haven't done so, just hit that subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds. That does the channel and me a favor, trying to get those subscriptions up, and then take another second or two to ring that bell for notifications. That's doing you a favor so that you don't miss a single episode, especially as we go on into round 2. Feel free to smash that like button if you like the comment or the content that I'm bringing to you. That helps out the YouTube algorithms, and feel free to leave any type of comments that you wish. Just be respectful, and yeah, that's that. Alright, it's time to reveal who the winner is. Dun 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 dun. Moving on to the Sweet 16 is none other than George Remus, king of the bootleggers. Ha ha! That's right, George Remus is moving on. That was close. I figured it would be, with it being both MGP products. Good proof points on both these, 116 versus 124.4 proof. Maybe that had a little bit of something to do with it, but with higher proof on the George Remus. But no disrespect to Nulu at all, but Nulu goes down. Oh, tough loss, Nulu. But this was the first ever Nulu product that I bought. It was a Tennessee exclusive that I got at Christie's here in Knoxville, so shout out to Savin Patel. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet, and I apologize, I probably should have done so, but especially if you're in or around the Knoxville area, or if you're passing through going up to the Bourbon Trail, stop off at exit 122. That's Savin's new store. It's in Clinton, Tennessee, just north of Knoxville. As people head up to the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, feel free to stop in there. They just had their grand opening this past weekend, and it's called SP's for Savin Patel Wine and Liquor. It's right off the exit, right next to a Starbucks, I believe. And yeah, go check it out. And shout out to Savin, who also has Christie's, where I first picked up my first Nulu product. I did also recently, and it's sitting over here above my right shoulder, another Nulu store pick that they did, a toaster barrel. So hopefully before long I'll get into that one. Excited about that, but this is good. Just lost out to Big Brother George. George. All right. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. I mean, that's good. Especially, I mean, it's very rye forward. Yeah. If you like rye or a high rye bourbon, this is definitely a high rye bourbon. You get those rye spices, but you also get that sweetness of the bourbon too. It's a very nice, very nice. And of course, the winner, George Remus, king of the bootleggers. Oh yeah, that's so good. I mean, I really get a lot of that honey on that. I mean, the rye spice, honey, vanilla, caramel, cinnamon, nutmeg. Good job, George Remus. Alright, a little sip of water, and we're about to wrap this round up. So our first bourbon moving on into the Sweet 16 is George Remus. MGP zone. Alright, that's going to do it. Stay tuned. We'll have another round real soon, I promise. But before I say turn off the camera, I just want to say, before I go, as always, that my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. See you back.